everybody, welcome to our shoulder mobility and stability series. Today what we're going to work on is getting the shoulders a little bit more mobile, a little bit more stable. First thing we're going to do is test to see, hey, where is our shoulder mobility going overhead at to start, and then we'll retest at the end and it should be looking a little bit better. So what Zach's going to do is going to grab a PVC pipe. At home, if you have one, great. If not, you can grab a broomstick or any sort of long stick that you may have. So what he's going to do is going to grip the PVC pipe with reversed hands just outside of shoulder width apart. He's sitting up against the wall, making sure that his low back is against the wall, not arching it. Mid back is against the wall and head's against the wall. His elbows are staying nice and straight. He's going to reach as far as he can overhead. Now our ultimate goal is to get this PVC pipe to the wall. Now you can see Zach's falling a little bit short. So our goal with our mobility stability stuff is to get a little bit closer to that wall. All right, so he's going to come on down. The first mobility exercise that we're going to do is going to involve the PVC pipe and this bench here, or if you're at home, it can be a table, a couch, whatever you have available to you. Zach's going to position himself, sitting his butt on his heels. That'll prevent any motion coming from our low back. He's going to place his elbows on the bench. His arms are about shoulder width apart, and his hands are in reverse grip on that PVC pipe, either in line with his elbows or even still a hair outside. From there, what he's going to do is he's going to bend his elbows up, and he's going to try to reach his chest down through and stretch there. He's going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. What he can do during is take a deep breath in. Good, and then back out. Perfect. Now he's actually feeling the stretch through the middle of his back. Deep breath in. And out. Good. As well as through the back of his shoulder and into his lap here. One more deep breath in. And out. Perfect. So that right there was about 30 seconds. So we're going to come back up. And in between, we'll have Zach do just to kind of open him up a little bit more. Stick his arms out to the side. Perfect. Raise him up overhead. Good. Back down. One more lows. Perfect. And then we're going to repeat that stretch. So he's going to grab a PVC pipe, reverse grip. Elbows just outside of his shoulders or just in line with his shoulders, and hands just in line with his elbows. Butt sitting back on heels so our back's not arching. He's going to reach through. Perfect. Deep breath in. Good. And then out. Deep breath in. And out. Sink into that stretch. Deep breath in. And out. Perfect. Holding that guy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. And then repeat. The arms out to the side. Open up the chest a little bit. Running up. Awesome. Right back down. One more. And back down. Perfect. The next mobility exercise that we're going to work on is going to involve Zach laying on the sides. So you guys are going to lay on your sides here. I want you to lay on your shoulder blade. So I don't want you directly on your back. I don't want you directly on your shoulder. Right, so right on that shoulder blade is to prevent our shoulder blade from moving. Next what Zach's going to do is going to take his arm out in front here, bend his elbow up, take his opposite hand and place it on his wrist and press it down. He should be feeling the stretch in the back of his shoulder as he goes. So what we're going to do is kind of contract, relax. So what Zach's going to do is take his wrist here and press it into his hand very, very lightly so he's not moving. Just a light pressure is going to hold that for 3 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, and then go down just a little bit further. It should feel like you can go a little bit further each time. He's going to repeat that 5 times. So he's going to press up, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, down. Press up, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, down. Good. Press up, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, down. Good. Last time, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, and down. Good. Now you're at the bottom. We're just going to hold this position for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then he's going to do the same thing on the other side. So I want you to do a little flip over to the other side. And again, you're going to lay on your shoulder blade, arm out in front, bending that elbow to 90 degrees, taking your opposite hand and placing a pressure on your wrist going down. Good. You feel that stretch in the back of your shoulder. And again, he's gonna press back up with that hand. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and down. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, down. Good. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, down. Perfect. 2 more. Up. 1 1,000, 3 1,000, down. Last time, pressing up. 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and down. He's gonna hold this position for 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. So the last mobility exercise that we're going to work on is going to be to open up his upper back a little bit. So what we're going to have Zach do is he's going to put his feet up against the wall here. Perfect. And his foam roller is going to go in his mid-back area. He's going to place his feet up on the wall. So he's in a bit of a squat position. Perfect. And from here, he's going to put his hands behind his head and just think about sinking his head directly down back. Good. And you feel that stretch working through the mid-back. Awesome. And so what I want him to do here is just going to kind of oscillate a little bit up and down for 30 seconds. Good. Perfect. And so now the stretch should be through your mid-back, and you can position this foam roller. We'll start off with the lower mid portion of your back, middle mid portion of your back, and then to the upper mid portion of your back, performing anywhere from 3 to 5 oscillations up and down, feeling that stretch. Perfect. Now it's important when you're doing this to not let your head constantly dip back. We want to make sure that our eyes are looking up at the ceiling while we do this. Good. Perfect. Maybe 5 more seconds here, Zach. And relax. Awesome. So now that we've got the shoulders and the back loosened up, we need to complement that with some stability work. So, the first exercise that I'm going to have Zach do is going to involve him laying on his side. So at home, go ahead and lay on your side, and I'm going to give him this dumbbell. At home, you can use a water bottle, maybe a milk jug, anything that adds a little bit of weight that you can control.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter works as well. So Zach's going to hold this dumbbell out. Here is elbow tight to his side. He's going to keep his shoulder blade back in a great position, so he's not leaning forward. He's back here. He's going to rotate out, and then maintaining this good scapular position, good shoulder blade position, he's going to punch. Bring it back, and then back down. Good, up, punch, and down. Good. He's going to repeat this for 15 reps. Good. And as you do this exercise, you should be feeling this exercise right in the back of your shoulder into your shoulder blade. A common compensation with this, that tells me, hey, that we probably lost a little bit of control, is as he punches out, his shoulder blade rounds for where that dumbbell goes down. So make sure as you're doing this, that shoulder blade stays back in a great position, and your punch is in a straight line. Awesome. 5 more. 12. Good. Keep working at it.
You really have to
13.
heavy dumbbell.
Alright, make Zach work a little bit here. Good. Nice. And relaxing. Good. Getting the shoulders burning a little bit. Next, what we'll do 2 exercises in a row on our left side, and then we'll do our right side. But what I'll have Zach do now is he's going to take this foam roller that he has. He's going to sit his butt back onto his heels, put his right forearm onto the ground, and take his left arm and put it on the foam roller. From here, what he's going to do is he's going to roll the foam roller as far forward as he can. He's then going to rotate his palm to the ceiling as far as he can. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And then the important part here is he's going to now lift his arm straight up in the air. Good. He's going to hold for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, and back down. Good. He's going to rotate his arm back and roll back. Perfect. Yep, and repeat. So roll out, rotate, and lift. Good. He's going to do 10 of these. Awesome. Holding there for 2 seconds each repetition. Where you should feel this exercise is again through the back of the shoulder and into our kind of mid-back area. A common compensation for this exercise is that in order to lift your arm, you also lift your torso, right? We don't want that. We want this motion to be strictly coming from that shoulder blade moving down on his back and that arm raising up. Awesome. Okay, we've got 5 more here. So this is a great exercise to complement overhead mobility. It's going to offer some strength in that new range that we just worked on. Oh yeah, making Zach work a little bit. Nice. Good, one more. Rolling out, rotating up, and then lifting. Perfect. We'll have Zach repeat these exercises on his right side. Tell by his facial expression he's super psyched about.
Feeling the burn.
All right, so same thing here. Make sure that our shoulder blade is in a great position. Elbow is right on our side. He's gonna rotate up and punch a straight line out, keeping that shoulder blade back in a stable position as he goes. 2, perfect. 3, 4, 5, good. Keep it rolling. So this exercise is working the rotator cuff muscles as well as your scapular stabilizing muscles that are crucial for everything that we do throughout our day, but especially when we're lifting weights, whether it be a snatch overhead pressing, bench press, anything that involves our arm, really our shoulder movement. These are the muscles that need to keep us controlled and give us a stable platform to lift from. Good. Perfect, 3 more. Shoulder blade reposition, lift it out. Keep that punch in a nice straight line. Perfect. 15. I'm gonna come back over to his foam roller here. Let's sit his butt back on his heels. Forearm on the ground, arm on the foam roller. He's gonna roll out, rotate, and lift. Again, all that exercise or all that work should be coming from the back of his shoulder into his shoulder blade and then down to his mid-back. So this exercise is crucial to have your butt kind of sitting back on your heels because that's what's going to limit the motion coming from your low back. That tendency to want to arch as you lift up overhead. We're trying to create that stability overhead, that strength overhead, so we don't need compensation from other areas. Perfect. Good, up. Awesome. Excellent work. Okay, 2 more. 9. Good. Perfect. Great work. So now, at home, as you can see here with Zach, one time through his exercises can definitely be a good warm-up. If you want to do another round, that can be excellent as well. But it'll help you really create great stability and great strength in that overhead area. So now let's retest Zach here and see if his mobility has increased overhead with our initial test. So again, elbow or hands just outside of his shoulders, back, low back, mid back, and head against the wall, elbow straight. He's gonna raise up and see if he can get to the wall. Perfect. So we started this session a little bit off the wall. Now we're back up against the wall. He's ready to go, perform any sort of exercise overhead, whether it be a jerk, a snatch, an overhead press, knowing that he has the prerequisite mobility and stability to get there and move